Welcome back everyone, I am the Depressed Dior and this is Dark Sun Shattered Lands. And it looks like my character is getting a little lost, so let's help her out and run into some combats. Alright, let's see where we're at. Okay, there's that there's the secret exit and then the regular exit. We'll just bypass all the slicks there. And let's leave the sewers finally. Appreciate all the comments that you guys have been posting and positive feedback and all that stuff. I do not recognize this place. I actually don't recognize this place. Maybe because I always take the secret way out? Oh, okay. I don't remember much about this place. I remember maybe one thing about it. That's a little, I guess, silly and amusing. So, yeah, this is like the farm irrigation place where slaves are, producing food with what little water they have left. Alright, good to know. Let's get back to here, shall we? That's not exactly where I clicked, that's fine. Alright, get some barrows, some of that. Yeah, I don't remember too much about this. So, I mean, like I said, I haven't played this game in... I got this game when I was in elementary school, I believe, and I beat it when I was in junior high. So, I'm playing this mostly by ear. Alright, so let's talk to the serf here. Who are you? We don't get visitors here. They're usually escapees and they wind up dead. Where am I? Where? Here, of course. You're in the fields outside of Draj. What's that stone thing? I don't know. I've heard that it's been here since before the city was built. Some of the slaves say there was a huge gem that was in it, but that was years ago. Someone stole it. What are you doing here? I'm tending the crops. I'm too old to fight in the pits and too weak to help with the pyramid, so here I am. Such is the fate of all the old slaves. Why don't you escape? I have no desire to escape. I'm too old, and there's nothing out there for me. I don't have the endurance to keep running. I'm staying here. How do I get out of here? Get out? The only way out is death. Guards patrol the gates and vicious animals live in the wilderness outside. Can I sneak past the guards? Impossible. Even if you could, the monsters outside will rip you to pieces. Tell me about the wilderness outside. All you need to know is to stay out of it. Vile creatures live there. I have seen what they do when they catch living victims. Trust me, it's worse than staying here and dealing with the guards. How many guards patrol the gates? There used to be only a few guards patrol the gates, but lately more and more guards have been posted here. Within a few days, they'll have armies at the edge of the city. Why is Draj massing troops? I've heard they're planning a massive campaign, but I don't know against who. Whoever it turns out to be is going to be destroyed, though. Draj's army is almost unstoppable. Okay, anyone in here, help me. Old One-Eye is the wisest slave in the fields, but he'll tell you the same. The only escape from here is death. Where's Old One-Eye? He tries to stay in the middle of the field so we can find him when we need to. I have to get back to work. Goodbye. So yeah, this little thing here. Sune Kochiya senses a magical aura emanating from the hole in the obelisk. I don't remember too much about the obelisk. I know if we have some sort of special gem for it, it can be somewhat helpful. I think most of these are just repeated characters. Pretty sure. Even though the guards would beat me if they caught me talking to you. So in the center is someone else we can talk to, good old One-Eye. In the meantime, I want to go ahead and take a look around and see if we can find anything. Let's head this way. Now, one thing, one comment mentioning was the concern about, you know, well, it wasn't a concern about my video specifically, but people who have played this game for their own channels is the issue of it becoming a slog. And that's one of the issues one of the concerns I have for a lot of RPGs that I find very fun to play, but I'm not sure about running as a Let's Play. So I guess you can consider this one a slight experiment. Alright, there's a hole there. You're not special. You're not special. You're not special. There's a hole right there, and I'm curious about it. Oh. Stay away from here, slaves. I will only warn you once. I warned you, you will be punished. Yeah, we are. But yeah, games like this, like RPGs like this, there's a lot of dialogue, a lot of things to read, and even if it was like all voiced, you would still have the same concern. In fact, it would be even bigger concern because voice dialogue tends to go slower than how fast I can read. Like I've attempted to do recordings of Divinity Original Sin, and I ended up just scrapping it because there was so much. It was just like I would reach the first town and like progress would just halt because of dialogue and because of well, the fact I kept robbing everybody, which stealing everything in a town takes time, especially in that particular game. I'll try to, one thing I will probably start doing is I'll definitely try to cut the video whenever I start doing inventory management, so you guys don't have to see me freaking try to sort 30 million bone and obsidian swords. This game doesn't exactly have a wide variety of weapons, as you can probably tell, and there's almost no reason not to use something that's standard, unless of course it's unless you have an enchanted variant, in which case that usually has priority. Alright, well we went over here, now we're gonna go down this hole. I believe at this point we can actually bust our way out of the gate. A hole in the darkness leads down into darkness. Sure, let's enter. I don't remember too much about down here. Oh, so that's where the secret exit leads you out of. Okay. For some reason I thought it would actually take me out all the way to the desert wasteland part, but I completely forgot about this farm area. But now that I've seen the farm area, there was like one part I wasn't exactly sure where I was supposed to run into a certain NPC, and it's actually probably in this area, I think. But I could very well be wrong. It's happened many times before. Anyway, I'm kind of just trying to scan here. I probably should just switch the map real quick. I believe that's our target. Anyway, in the meantime, let's take a look at the map like I said I would. So yeah, that would be... So we're right there. I don't think there's really anything too much that stands out. Looks like there's a few areas we can go and talk to people. Obviously the ones that are like out of like movement range are stationary and are not going to do anything. That was curious. I saw fruit on that tree. Okay, yeah, you can't do anything with it. This is another surf. You're not from here. I know. If you're interested, I could sell you some fruit just picked. Why aren't you tending the fields? Shh. Do you want the guards to hear? If they find out I'm selling crops, I'd rather not think about it. What kind of fruit? Only the finest, direct from Draj's fields. I've got some pears, grapes, lemons, and even some corn. Aren't these crops for the city? Look, do you want the fruit or not? No. Fine, don't waste my time then. I'm not risking torture for idle chat. Okay, I'll buy something. Let's get down to business. Okay, so yeah, we have access to all these foods here, which... As mentioned before, fruits are essentially potions in this setting. So, it is what it is. Also, I never bothered to equip this thing. Not that it matters. But... What we can do is start to can actually start selling some of this junk. So you know what? I'll be right back. Okay, so I sold everything. I didn't buy anything. I sold all the gems except for one, which was, I believe, Merlin's gem, which was named, so I went ahead and held on to it. I don't think it really is anything special, but I held on to it anyway. I sold pretty much all the swords I had, except for one. I kept one pouch full of obsidian longswords, just in case I have some weapon breaks and stuff like that. Beyond that, I think that's all I sold. It was just a bunch of weapons. Nope, cancel. And as you can see, I have a lot more money now. I have over 12,000. I was tempted. Oh, I sold the guava fruits, which are of course poisonous, so there's no reason to keep those. With that being said, let's talk to someone a little bit more special. Alright, hello strangers, I'm Old One-Eye. Tell me about the wilderness. That desert's a nightmare. Years ago I was out there myself, grubbing for water. That's the worst problem. Don't matter how many monsters there are if you're a thirsty pile of old bones. How did you survive in the desert? I stayed with the merchant caravans, but that's just as bad as staying in the desert. Lots of those people just as soon cut your throat as anything else. What kind of animals are out there? Whatever horrors you can imagine are out there. The worst I've ever saw was a sinkworm. It attacked us on the scrub plains. I escaped, but it took my eye. Can you help me get out of here? Since you've been kind enough to listen to me rattle on, I'll help you get out of here. There are two ways out of here. One is past the guards, and I can help you there. The other is to the east. There's a weak spot in the bone wall. If you can knock it down, you can get out. Which do you want to try? We'll try the bone wall. Good choice. There's a couple of guards over there. I wouldn't advise hanging around too long after you kill them, though. The other guards will come after you. I'll take you as close as I can. I've already killed the guards, so that's not a big deal. I just didn't want to deal with having this guy stick his neck out for a distraction I don't need, because obviously I can overpower guards easily enough. Now, I have mentioned that I've beaten this game, and I had a certain party that I beat it with, and I don't think I ever explained that I beat it literally by abusing the AI. Like, it wasn't a legit win. I literally, oops. Can you rewind? Guess not. Oh, before I forget, I've been saving this for an escape, but the time has passed, and you can use it more than I now. Here, take this scroll. I unfortunately missed some dialogue there, but that's okay. This is a scroll of armor. Creates a magical shield of force equivalent to 6 AC. May be used on any class character adjacent to the spellcaster. Okay. I think I already know it, but I'll go ahead and learn it anyway. Also, I think I had a scroll of wall of fog. You already know this. Oh, that's right. I think both characters already know this spell. Alright, return to the game. So yeah, we can bust our way through there. There's one other spot I want to go check out. I think it's up here. I'll pop the map up real quick. Yeah, over there. We'll go over... That didn't do what I was supposed to do. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. So we'll go talk to that guy that's up there. I believe there's something we can do with him. Surf motions to you. Psst, come over here, I need to talk to you. You're escaped slaves, right? Don't worry, I won't tell the guards. Actually, if you're interested, I've got a proposition for you. What's the proposition? I've got an item I'll give you if you can help me get out of here. All I ask is that you let me follow you. And what would the item be? You know that stone pedestal by the drainage pipe? There was a gem in the middle, but someone stole it, and now I know where it is. I'll give it to you if you let me follow. What if I just kill you? No, we'll fine. We'll do this. Okay. You've got a deal. Great, let me get... Surf reaches into his tunic and produces a large gem. He hands it to you. Here, take it, and let's get going. Alright. I was not... We can try busting out that way. I kind of... Well... Can I tell him to wait? Because I don't exactly want to bring him into combat. I want him to escape. Okay, well, I can go faster than him, so I think I'll just do that, take advantage of that. And, bum rush. Zoom. Because he's not going to be able to survive at level 1. Hey, you don't look like field slaves. Wait, escaping gladiator, stop them! Perfect. Let's get started. 1 down. There we go. So yeah, that's the offensive way to get out. At this point I could probably grab everything and sell it all. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not that desperate for cash yet. That might change eventually, but for right now, we'll stick with what we got. There we go. Accidentally clicked on the gate, but it opened for us. Also, didn't we just get a gem? Yep, there's this gem. I don't know what it... He mentioned it was on that pillar thing. But we'll deal with that in a second. First, I want to go back to the wall. And I want to bash it open just to see if we get some quest XP. We're not max level yet, so until we hit max level I'm gonna... Well, actually I'm gonna probably grab it, the quest XP anyway, even if I'm at max level, just to show off that you can do this. Because some of you guys might not, you know, grind to level 7 before you actually escape. I definitely recommend grinding as much as possible in that arena, because it's a lot easier. Ah, that's right. You just gotta hit it. You hear the shouts of guards in the distance. Judging by the commotion, they are heading it this way. There are no guards, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's no guards. What happened to what's-his-face? Kind of ran by him. I didn't bug it out or anything. There you are. Let's get going, man. Do you wish to leave the area? Yes. Wait, what is this? Again, I found things I didn't expect. Also, he didn't follow me, which is a bit concerning. Where'd he go? I screwed up. Aw, that sucks. No, wait. Wait, who are these guys? They're just hanging out? I mean, I'll take your free stuff. Alright, well... I actually did not remember that you can... That leaving that way actually takes you to a different location. So many things have left my memory of good times. So... Now, what I remember about escorting that guy... I think I took him up through the North Way. And when you take him up the North Way, it leads you to essentially a desert area. And he's like, yeah, freedom, and then he immediately gets just murdered by like a boule that was buried under the ground. And then he's just gone. But we do have the gem, and it was for that pillar. I don't remember anything about the pillars, much like most of this game apparently. But I would like to see what I can do with it. And see what happens. Because I would like to always take care of everything before I move on. So let's go to here. Of course it gave me a... Oh, it's right there. Good. So let's use the gem on this thing and see what happens. It just takes it. Alright, I'm gonna leave it on there. And we'll deal with it later. Alright, I'm gonna go out the north way, because that's kind of what I was intending on the first place. And we'll see if we can get that guy to spawn. It's possible I might have bugged it. But like I said, his fate is inevitable, so... Searching the slave, you only thing you find is a scroll still clutched to it in his dead hand. You pry it free and read it. It is urgent that you receive this message, so I have taken a risk and excused myself in the company of the commanders to pen this. I have grave news. The Emperor's armies are indeed massing. Though not for some far-away campaign, they are massing against us. I have learned that soon now, the armies will march into the waste to wipe our village and others like it from the face of Athos. We are in grave danger, and I felt that you must know immediately. I beg of you that you can take what you can and leave the village to the winds. It seems that the visionary's prophecy looks more like the ravings of a madman and less like the true gift for foresight. I see no band of heroes that will come and save us from the might of Draja's army, nor can we rely on it any longer. I will send this message by my most trusted servant. I pray he reaches you before the armies do. I will try and report to you again if I can, but I fear that I'm already under suspicion. So this may well be the last you hear from me. May fortune protect us all. Rajak. So there we are. And then, hey you, if you're smart, you'll ignore what that scroll says and get on with your life. At least what time you have left in them. Who are you? I'm Urgris. You look like slaves escaped, did you? No matter. When the army comes through, it won't matter if you've escaped or not. You read the scroll? Yes, I did, and I left it there to rot with the body. Nothing can protect us now. The villagers are better off not knowing about the army. At least then they won't have time to fear. Not much, at least. Where are these villages? They're scattered around the waste. The one that the slave was bound for was Tia Quetzal. I was originally from there, but I left. If you head north, you'll find it. Do you know who this was? No, and I don't care who it was. All I know is that I know more than I want to. I left the villages to get away from the fear of Draja's army, and now I see that there's no escape from it, even out here. Do you know about Teoquetzal? Of course I know about Teoquetzal. That was my home before I came here. It's nice enough, but it won't last. None of them will. The armies will sweep across the waste and destroy everything in their path. I have to go now. Forget you ever read that scroll, it'll be easier that way. Anyway, these things here are fire eels. They're not that bad. They only attack... Essentially, they're literally eels that are in that cloud. Now there's another enemy that's also in a cloud type thing like this, and those are delays. Now I think what this is supposed to represent is them burrowing, which is a little weird because you can fight eels in the arena as well. Which I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want them to be hanging out there. Alright, so yeah, this is the way you're supposed to go. And what would end up happening is you'll go up, and if you had that guy with you, you'd be like, yeah, freedom! He takes a few steps out, and then a boule burrows out of the ground and kills him immediately. Just wrecks him. Anyway, so what we need to do... Let's see what we got around here. So I believe up in the top right leads to, like, nowhere. Over here we got that. Who's that? Lhasa. What do you wish of me, unscaled one? Who are you? I am Lhasa, once of the Grey Isles tribe. Where are the Grey Isles? They are north, poking out of the Silt Sea. What happened to your tribe? It was in the Isles when I left. It may be there still. How can I get there? There used to be a tunnel that connected the Merchant's Isle with a cliff at the edge of the Silt Sea, but it has collapsed. Can you show me the tunnel? Why? The tunnel's blocked. There's no way to get through. Besides, I never want to go back there. I seek a new tribe to the south. You seem upset. Is something wrong? An unscaled family lives in a large house on the isle. They are the cause of my misery. They corrupted one of my own and had my mate murdered. Murdered? What happened? My mate, Kivsan, was chief. No better hunter could be found. The merchant family wanted the tribe to become its peddlers. Kivsan refused. Drissa, one who had embraced your grasping ways, challenged him. Grasping ways? I don't understand. Your kind always grasp for things, if only for the sake of grasping for them. The more things that you can hold, the more powerful you are to others, and the more you try to grasp other things. That is the way of your kind. You value material. What happened then? We laughed at as I prepared Kivsan for battle. Drissa was weak, but in battle, Drissa's strength was 10 times what it had been, and Kivsan was gutted. The tribe lost its honor with his death, and I left to seek a new tribe, away from your kind. Why do you blame the merchants? There's no way that Drissa could have become stronger unless the merchant worked some magic upon him. Who else would want to make us peddlers? Anyway, Drissa was too cowardly to challenge Kivsa without some backing. What is the Merchant's Isle? A trading village on an island in the Silt Sea. Many merchants visit there. It is on many of the trade routes. Let's change the subject. I just want to talk. Then talk on. I'm not in the mood to hunt you. Why are you not in the mood to hunt me? I have seen Surans betray their souls. It becomes a minor thing to talk to prey. I must be going. Goodbye. May you always find prey. The lizard people are always a fun time to talk to. Alright, I believe Teoquetzal, or whatever it's called, is up this top left area. We're going to go to the top right because I'm pretty sure that's going to tell us a few things. I'm pretty sure it's a dead end. There's nothing in the direction but endless sand and shifting dunes. To venture into it would mean certain death. Yeah. Okay. That pillar looked a little weird. Alright, so let's go ahead and head towards Teoquetzal. It's pretty much going to be our primary main quest. It's going to be there. Also, it has shops, and one of those shops is actually worth my time. Let's leave the area. I do want to go back to that other destroyed merchant caravan, but first, let's see what we got here. Halt! What's your business here in Quetzal? I am Sine Kochiya. Yeah, that's supposed to mean something to me? I want to speak to your leader. What? What do you want to talk to him for? It's a personal matter. If you say so, the council meets in the main hall, big building on the north side of town. Can't miss it. Chal, our leader, will be there. Tell me about your village. We're more prosperous than many slave villages, but if you believe that visionary, we won't last much longer. Who's this visionary? He's a crazed halfling. Chal found him stumbling about the desert, and the lunatic's been ranting ever since. What does the visionary say? Go talk to Chal about it. I don't listen to the visionary's blustering. None of it's true. Draj isn't going to waste the effort on slave villages way out in the desert. Why is the village prosperous? Water enough for everyone, that's why. You must have heard of our well. Domine built it when Quetzal was found. It's never failed. Who is Domine? Domine is the well master. He oversees water distribution and keeps up the wellhead. He's a genius in his own way and very proud of it. He's always tinkering with it. What do you know about the village leader? Our leader Chal takes care of us well enough. A little slow on the uptake, but he's a stout one, no mistake. Why is Chal the leader? Chal founded the village, escaped from slavery in Domine, and crossed the Silt Sea to get here. Can't do that without being good. He's the best warrior here, and that's enough. What do you mean slow? Just say he'll never be a sage. Bother some people, but not me. A strong sword arm is what a leader needs. Been enough to Quetzal so far. Goodbye. Alright, so here we are. Pretty much our main hub. And we do need to go and talk to people, but first, I'm gonna go over here. Tell me about your business. I've been so busy, everybody needs armor for the war, and there isn't enough time for it all. You're welcome to use the forge if you've a need for it. I'm too busy to custom make anything. Show me your goods. I'm sorry, but the leader of the village has forbidden me to sell any armor. The winds of the war are shifting towards us, and we need to prepare. What war are you talking about? War will engulf all the villages. That's what the visionary says. You would do well to talk to our leader. Even a warrior as skilled as you would not want to be caught alone when war strikes. Alright, I already know what the leader is, so I'm not going to ask that. So there's the anvil, but I can't do anything with it. Can't do anything with the forge either. Okay. So that's probably the well master. What's up here? I see a steel sword of all things, which is nice. Booyah. Greetings, my friend. Can I interest you in some archery supplies? Is that your target over there? Yes, I set that up so my customers can see the quality of the goods for themselves. You are welcome to use it anytime. Yes, show me your goods. I will sell my goods to you, but you mustn't let the council know. Here, inspect them as you please. You'll not find a faster bow anywhere, which will improve your range better than draw weight. So we got wooden bows, a leather staff sling, which is just a thing I don't care about. Yeah, nothing really special. I could sell stuff. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Remember, if you ever need archery supplies, why wouldn't you sell to me? Because of the prophecy. Talk to the council if you really want to know. I don't believe any of the nonsense, excuse me, but I have some bows to restring. Goodbye and good luck in your venture. Okay, you can't take those items that are on the table. Weapon merchant. Ah, are you the warrior that Charles said were coming? Maybe? Yes? That's good news. No doubt you wish to equip yourself for the brave mission. I stock a variety of weapons. I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. Alright, there's a metal longsword that we might want to invest in. And some weird weapons that we don't care about. But yeah, metal longsword would probably be nice. Probably a lot better than stone and obsidian. But like I said, we'll deal with it in a bit. Let's go ahead and say hi to the Chal, because I'm pretty sure that's a thing. You see, the visionary was right. Here are the ones who will fulfill the prophecy Teoquetzal will survive. Greetings, hero. I am Chal, leader of Teoquetzal. We've been waiting for you. I am Sene Kochiya. I'm honored, Sene Kochiya. Now we have names to match the pictures that the visionary drew. What are you talking about? The visionary's prophecy, Teoquetzal is doomed, but you. What our noble leader means to say is that the prophecy of doom is on Teoquetzal. You fit the prophecy's description. You are the heroes who will save Teoquetzal, just like the visionary said. Tell me about the prophecy. The visionary can better tell you his prophecies. What's important is that an army will soon destroy Teoquetzal and all the desert villages. He says the ruin will stretch from the Silt Sea to beyond the Badlands. Where does the army come from? The visionary didn't say exactly. I suppose the army will come from Draj. Draj is the only place able to field an army as big as the visionary describes, but I've heard nothing to indicate war. Who are you? I'm Kerwin, Chief Lieutenant here in Teoquetzal. Why do you keep interrupting Chal? Not everyone in the village shares Chal's beliefs, even though he is our leader. I merely voice the concerns of those who disagree. Caravans of weapons have already gone to Draj. War preparations are going on right now. How long until this happens? The visionary is unsure, but it can't be far off. Why do you believe the prophecy? His predictions are always true, and now you are here, there can be no doubt. Not all of us believe. I would say Teoquetzal would do better to take care of its own concerns instead of worrying about the world. If the world falls about our ears, do you think we can survive? Tell me about the visionary. We found him in the desert, tortured by his visions and half-crazed from sunstroke. After he regained his health, he went into a trance and revealed his prophecy. Who is the visionary? No one knows exactly, not even the visionary. The sun or his visions burned away much of his memory. Where do I find the visionary? The visionary's house is just northeast of the front gate. What do you want me to do? We can't fight Draj alone. Our only hope is to join with other ex-gladiator villages. You must convince those villagers to join us. Where are these villages? We don't know. Villages mostly keep to themselves. Perhaps you could try to the west. Why do you think an alliance will work? We don't have a choice. The villages are easy prey to Draj by themselves. The visionary also says a great uprising from the desert will defeat the army. Others of us, though, believe it is better to be independent and able to move quickly. Move quickly, yes, but move to make this alliance and prepare for war. I will help you. Each member receives 1,500 experience points. Excellent, this is the best news that we've had in a long time. Make sure you visit the visionary. He will give you aid in your mission. You will also find gifts in your house, the second one to the southeast. Oh, I already said that. What help can you offer? We will try to gather information about Draj's movements while you are gathering allies, and of course we will house and feed those you do make. What should I do? You must visit other villages and convince their leaders to ally with us. If you want to speak to me or my lieutenant privately, we will be in the homes on either side of this meeting hall. The council will see to your needs and reward you when each alliance is sealed. Good luck. Alright, good stuff. So that is our mission. There's literally the Empire, and we're essentially the rebels. Put simply. We do have our own house, though. So we should probably go check that out as soon as we can. Sene Kochiya slakes her thirst with a draft of cool water. That's just a villager. I believe he's the crazy fellow there. Hello, visionary. You have come. The shadows of my vision are flesh. The veil is lifted to reveal the face of freedom. I was told you'd give me a gift. I do, yes. Something to aid in your travels. A magical rod to take you where the stones have life. How do I use this rod? Retrieve the sparkling hearts of the standing stones with their life returned. The stones will call to you. In ignorance, Teoquetzal's heart was cast down the watery shaft. Who are you? I am the voice. You are the hands. Take hold your doom before the wolf devours the land. You are the voice of what? The voice of the wind that blows away obscuring sand and breathes life into the shadows. Why do you call me the hand? Dread hand held high, to stay the axe's fall, each star, each moon, all one fearful symmetry. What wolf are you talking about? Jealous of the moon's sway, the wolf gorges on it their brilliance and endless gluttony. Now the feast is spread, his prey at hand. What are you talking about? Walk the narrow path, your fate demands you seek forgotten ways. Gather to your breast the foes of hateful fear. What is my fate? Your fate to tame the winds of change or be flung from the precipice. Teetering on the edge, you must forge support lest you fall. Goodbye. Death wears many masks to aid you in your task. Alright, so we got a rod that's actually, hello, that's a little hole there. That will allow us to essentially teleport to any of the standing stones that have gems attached. So putting that gem is actually rather useful. There's a way... I think there's a way to do this. We'll save. Actually, I can't. If I save, it might close the game. So we'll leave that alone. All right. Well, we'll deal. Now he mentioned that the gem for the standing stone for this place is actually down a well. So we'll need to deal with that if we want to take advantage of that. Hello, traveler. Is there something I can do for you? What is your name? I'm Jarek. You're the heroes from the prophecy, aren't you? I heard you come. How's the war effort going? We're doing what we can, making weapons and fortification, but we're relying on you to gather allies. What do you think of the visionary? That old coot has sand for brains. It's eerie, though, the way his gibberish haunts your mind like a phantom. I hope our leader knows what he's doing with the visionary. Tell me about your leader. Chal lets the council make all the decisions. What we need is a leader who will take charge and inspire us. Goodbye. Alright. Actually, I believe... Yep, this is our room. So here we have a bunch of storage chests we can take advantage of. We have in here is a 40,000 ceramic piece sword. It's a +2 longsword known as Swift Bite. We'll definitely be taking that in a moment. Oop. And that's a chest that we can actually take with us if we really want to. Here's some more gems I don't really care about. Yeah. And this is more plus arrows, which may eventually be useful if we get enough of them. I'll deal with any fancy inventory management later. But for right now, we just got ourselves... Oh wow, we just picked up everything, didn't we? That's okay. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So yeah, what I want to do is I want him to... sorry, not him. I want... looking at my options, just making sure there's no... So this weapon is bone, but it's magical, so it'll never break. At least not easily. So we'll swap those. You can't have two heavy weapons. And this is a +3 dagger, so you know what? We'll do it this way. Oops. Do like that. I'll just put that in here for now. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's our room. Gave us a bunch of fancy stuff. There's a I believe there's one other thing we can mess around with. Hello, traveler. Is there something I can do for you? What's your name? My name is Kvetka. Pleased to meet you. What are you doing? I'm scrubbing the stains off this. The visionary is as slovenly as his mind is twisted. And he's just... yeah, we're just... probably nothing important. Hey. Well, I shot arrows into it. For what good it does me. Now, I believe there's a shop around here that has a magic weapon as well, and I want to get as many magic weapons as possible. And I would like to rob this person. Never mind. Alright. We'll talk to the side people later. Right now, I'm kind of just scanning to see if there's anything else that really stands out that we need to deal with. Let's talk to the well guy. As I look around to see if there's anything else to mess around with. Father Garen. I'm Father Garen, cleric of the village. How can I help you? I'm Sune Kochiya. It's an honor to meet you, Sune Kochiya. The visionary has spoken a great deal about you. What is that contraption by the wall? It produces an extract of great restorative value. However, I do not have the Ranic tree pith that I use to make the extract. Will you go to my supplier and retrieve the order I placed with him? Yes, I would be glad to help you. You are most kind. Nutaku, my supplier, is usually found southeast of Tuyaquetzal, where the sands turn red. He will give you the Renic tree pith that I need. So, where the caravan was taken out. Tell me about yourself. There's little to tell. I'm simply a humble cleric trying to keep this village healthy. What elemental sphere do you worship? The elemental sphere of water is the focus of my devotion. Its life-giving properties are a great boon, enabling me to serve Tuyaquetzal to the fullest. Do you keep the well water flowing? Domine, the well master, is the one to thank for that. He has a great affinity for water, and would make a powerful cleric if he weren't so enamored by his mechanical devices. Are you so busy? The village seems small. My work is never done. A sandstorm swept through recently, leaving dozens of people sandblasted. Others were attacked by Dune Reapers. The list is endless. How long have you lived in Tuyaquetzal? Since Chal founded it many years ago, it was I, in fact, who healed the wounds he suffered while escaping slavery, though he bears the scars still. I will ask your advice, Father. Of course, I'm at your service. What do you want to talk about? What do you think of the lieutenant? I'm not one for politics, so Curran and I have little contact. He is the one responsible of Tuyaquetzal's prosperity. He's an ambitious man, though, and not to be crossed lightly. Tell me about Tuyaquetzal's leader. Chal, like most moles, is a simple soul, raised from birth to be a Templar's bodyguard. Everything he does is motivated by a desire to protect. Is Chal a good leader? Many times Chal kept Tuyaquetzal from harm out of sheer determination, standing firm against heavy odds. It is no surprise that Tuyaquetzal is the center of resistance against Drash. How does his protective spirit serve him? It is his greatest strength, though his single-mindedness makes him short-sighted. It has caused him trouble more than once. What trouble did it cause him? In Domine, Chald's master gave him a girl child to protect, but when she reclaimed the child for a ritual, Chald defied her. The idea of willingly placing his charge at peril was too much. How, I don't know, but he survived the Templar's wrath and brought the child to safety. What happened to the child? She lives with us to this day. Her name is Katura, and Chal has made her his adopted daughter. I do not think he ever revealed to her the whole story of her parentage. Tell me about the Templar who owned Chal. I have forgotten her name, as Chal does not like to speak of her. Apparently she was a close advisor to the Shadow King of Domine, and steeped in the rites of evil. What do you know about the Visionary? He has become a good friend of mine, and I can tell you he is a seer of great power. Do not let his odd manner disturb you. Many truths are entwined in his ravings. Health and long life to you, friend. Goodbye. Okay, takes care of that, and there's the shop again. Well, since now I'm the great hero, will you actually sell stuff to me? Ah, now you will. Yep. And he's got a variety of things. He's got metal chain armor, which I don't think actually does anything. Yeah, it's only AC bonus 1, so I don't really know what the benefit is for it. Yeah, I think everyone actually already has better armor. Okay. Well, for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to sell a couple of these real quick just to have some room. I thought this place had a thing to sell. Tell me about your business. Okay, yeah, just saying the same stuff as always. Alright, I think... if there's anything else, I don't know of it. Oh, I didn't go down here. Yeah, there's the standings down there. Oh, I didn't pick up the rod because I had no room. Pick that up. That is actually useful. Don't lose that. I mean, it really just saves time, so you don't have to go wandering through everywhere to get to your destination. Hello, traveler. Is there something I can do for you? What is your name? I'm Garai. I don't usually talk to foreigners, but Domine said you were all right. Who is Domine? The Well Master. Goodbye. Stash, stay, you little weasel. Excuse me, but please don't let my pet weasel loose. Weasel looks like a rat to me. He's just undersized is all. He'll be fine. He'll be a fine weasel once he grows up. Then here we got another villager. So we haven't found the Well Master. What's your name? My name is Etua. Sorry, Etuha. So I finally meet the heroes everyone's talking about. Well, you've come none too soon. What are you doing? I'm making a shield for Chal. The warriors are going to need all the protection they can get. Goodbye. Alright, where is the Well Master? I'm guessing he's probably perhaps near the well. Alright, I'll try talking to the shops real quick one more time since now I've officially accepted the quest, so I'm now the hero. Nope, nothing here. I am not very good at shooting. Hey, there he goes, bullseye. Anything to say about how cool I am because I got a bullseye after, 6 shots? Never mind. Alright. Not interested, I see. Things that much. Do we... Guess the question is do I need more metal weapons? Probably not. But I might take it anyway. Well, we'll deal with that later. Okay, where is... Oh, I guess it's him. Maybe that's the guy I need to talk to. Ah, help yourself to some water. My well is never dry and the water's never muddy. Who are you? I'm Domine, the Wellmaster. I'm Sine Kochiya. Glad to meet you, Sine Kochiya. I hear you're going to help us against straws. We're all quite grateful. Have you heard any rumors about the war? A train of wagons passed through the other day heading southeast. I couldn't tell from the wall if it... or tell from the wall that it... I couldn't tell from the wall if it was a caravan or a war party, but I did see some warriors scouting its flanks. Are you worried about fighting Josh? I say it's time we fought back. We've lived in fear of Josh for so long we've forgotten how to resist. The Templars count on that to keep their power. What are you doing? I'm making a new bucket. The old one leaks, and I'm not about to allow that kind of waste. Tell me about the well. My well may be humble to look at, but there's none finer. It's watered Teokutsul since the first stone was laid, and will keep on flowing when we're all dust. How do you know the well won't dry up? One plot of desert may look like another to most, but the shape of the dunes and the texture of the sand tells me what's underneath. There's not just more sand underneath? No, of course not. There's a layer of clay under the sand here. What keeps the water flowing? Just to the west, it looks like a heap of jumbled stones barely covered by the sand. I don't know what that could be. Do you know the villagers very well? Can't no one get water without talking to me? Besides, I've been here from the beginning, seen many of them grow up. Tell me about the lieutenant. I don't know much about Kerwin. He mostly keeps to himself, and that's fine with me. Is Chal a good leader? There are worse leaders to be had. At least Chal keeps us safe from marauders. He's a good fighter, and maybe that's all we need. You sound dissatisfied with Chal. No, Charles is just not the most inspiring leader. Teokutsul could do some change keeping us from stagnating. What do you think? What do you know about the visionary? He's crazy. Leastways, I can't understand a word of that gibberish he spouts. He does have a way about him, though. Just the other day, he kept the well from getting clogged with sand. How did the visionary save the well? He covered the well with planks of wood and wouldn't let me move them. Got me mad at the time, but the next day the wind piled sand right up over the well wall. You were here when Teokutsul was founded? I was the one who chose where to build the village. More villages than not get swallowed by the desert because their well gives out, and Chal wasn't going to let that happen to Teokutsul. Yay. Can't attack it. Trying to remember. There's a way to make this well essentially dry up, but I cannot remember. Anyway, I think that's enough for right now. I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. Next time, I think we got like 2 more people we need to talk to. I'll sell some stuff off screen, and yeah, I am The Depressed Hero, and this was Dark Sun, Shattered Lands. See you guys next time.